In this video, I'll be taking you through my process of creating my latest animation, which was a what if scenario where Vegeta goes Super Saiyan 2 against Perfect Cell. Right now, Vegeta's holding me at Big Bang Point, so let's hope I impress him. Let's go. The idea from this animation started from one of my favourite moments during the Cell saga, the scene where Vegeta reacts to Trunks' sudden death after Cell's return. For me, and for many fans, there's always been this question: why didn't Vegeta ascend to Super Saiyan 2 right there? Well, in my opinion, doing so would have changed his character fundamentally. Throughout Gohan's life, we saw how emotional outbursts, especially when his loved ones are hurt, unlocks new levels of power for him. So when he finally ascended, it wasn't really a surprise. But Gohan and Goku too both had full control of their Super Saiyan forms, what fans often call Grade 4. That mastery made their ascension possible. Vegeta, on the other hand, was still at Grade 2. He was still coming to terms with the fact that he actually had loved ones, people he truly wanted to protect. Now, this is where the inspiration kicks in. In Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, a game that's both highly praised and highly criticised, there's a what if mode with branching storylines. One of these paths imagines Vegeta and Trunks discovering Grade 4 together during their time in the hyperbolic time chamber. That leads to Vegeta being the one to face Cell, and when Trunks is heavily injured, Vegeta ascends. I love this idea so much that I decided to create an animation based on that scenario, but with my own flavour added. Here's how I did it. To create this animation, I used a software called Clip Studio Paint. What I really liked about that concept was the idea of Vegeta and Cell trading blows in an even fight, until Cell slowly begins to overwhelm him, and that's where my animation starts. Similar to how Goku couldn't keep up with Cell, Vegeta finds himself in the same scenario, leading to Trunks having to make the save. Recently, I've been watching newer anime such as 2B Hero X and a lot of Sakuga Mad videos. They've really inspired me to push for super dynamic movement and exaggerated camera angles to add more energy and emotion to each scene. For this animation, I wanted to show these characters in ways we rarely see them animated. My favourite cut in this whole project has to be the Ki Blast Cell fires at Vegeta at the very beginning. I actually didn't change that shot at all from the storyboard, it came out exactly how I envisioned it. I wanted to capture that split second where Cell catches Vegeta off guard and then Trunks suddenly appears, protecting his father. In the series, we know Trunks respects Vegeta deeply, despite them clashing a lot of the time. So in this timeline, having Trunks throw himself in harm's way was my way of showing that their bond was stronger than ever, and that's reflected in Vegeta's reaction. Another part I'm really proud of is Vegeta's transformation scene and the moments right after. I love how Vegeta's expression turned out when he turns to face Goku, and how Goku's shot quickly turns into a quiet nod. A lot of people online interpreted that moment differently. For me, it wasn't about Goku giving Vegeta permission at all. It was about him acknowledging Vegeta's pain. At that moment, Vegeta is overflowing with sorrow over Trunks' death. He's feeling something he's never allowed himself to feel before. One of my favourite fan interpretations though, is that Vegeta's look was basically him saying, "Don't you dare step in." And honestly, that works too. To give myself a quick pat on the back, I think my character art has improved a lot lately. All of the close-ups stayed perfectly on model, which is something I used to slack on. The final sequence where Vegeta unleashes his full power against Cell is probably my best action work yet. I've learned a lot about timing, when to animate on 1s, 2s and even up to 5s for slower moments. And of course, the impact frames. Online, I think I'm kind of known for them at this point. I started experimenting with impact frames back in 2023 after being inspired by Vincent Chansad's work on One Piece. Since then, they've become my favourite way to include Easter eggs for fans. The first set of impact frames in this animation reference different what if moments from Sparking Zero, like Goku's alternate timeline battle with Cell while Vegeta and Trunks were in the time chamber, and several nods to key scenes from the original Dragon Ball Z story, such as Cell killing Android 16, the father-son Kamehameha, and even more. Then we move into the second set of impact frames, when Trunks takes Cell's blast for Vegeta, such as Trunks trying to stop Vegeta from chasing Android 20 and even a childhood memory of Trunks, which I imagined Vegeta recalling at that instant. And finally, the transformation impact frames, some of the most detailed I've ever drawn. Each one connects to an emotional point in Vegeta's life. Trunks' birth, Bulma holding baby Trunks while interrupting Vegeta's training, Vegeta punching future Trunks and literally knocking the words hope out of him, Vegeta's silent reflection after his defeat by Android 18, and finally Vegeta saving Trunks inside the hyperbolic time chamber. If you look closely, Trunks is highlighted in white across all 5 frames to symbolise him as the light in Vegeta's life. You can even see the silhouette of present day Vegeta powering up over each one. The last set of impact frames happen during Vegeta's ultimate attack. They're simpler, but they hit just as hard. The first and second spell out the words Big Bang, leading into his Big Bang attack. Then come my personal favourites, the frames that read Ever Experience Fear, a direct callback to Vegeta's legendary line before transforming into a Super Saiyan against Android 19. Overall, I'm really happy with how this animation turned out. I feel like I'm getting more confident with Clip Studio Paint and more comfortable taking creative risks. From the dynamic motion to the emotional framing to all those hidden references, I can feel my work really improving. The hardest part to animate was Vegeta's spinning reverse kick on Cell. It took me a while to get the motion right, but I'm super happy with the final result. I also love the colour palettes I chose, especially the purple sky after Vegeta's transformation. It's my favourite touch in the whole piece. Funnily enough, I've always called myself a Goku fan, but somehow I keep ending up animating Vegeta instead. And don't worry, I'll keep giving him the spotlight. Part 2 is already in progress and I'm being very ambitious with this one. I believe in myself and I know I can bring it to life, even if it takes a little while longer. So stay tuned, you won't want to miss this one. If you would like to support my work and ensure a higher quality and faster upload rate, please check out my Patreon with the link in the description. Over there I post work in progress clips, exclusive animations and even polls for future projects. Any support means the absolute world to me. Once again, thank you so much for watching and I'll be seeing you in the next video.